All right, so you're welcome to another section of the ATU Library tutorial series. Actually, this particular tutorial is going to focus on ethical AI prompt, AI prompt. So, but not just basic prompt, but we are going to engineer the prompt actually. So we have AI prompt engineering series. This is the first section, and I'm Obed Odreje, an AI prompt engineer. This particular tutorial is going to focus on exploring research paradigms through ChatGPT and applied prompt engineering. So this is actually focused on research. Exactly, yeah, research. So how you can review any article presented to you from the perspective of the paradigms being used in the article. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to share with you some prompts that you can use to get all this information. Okay, all right. So just some basic information over here before we actually move to the practicality. So what we are saying is what is research paradigms on philosophical assumptions. So in social research, actually, when we talk about a paradigm, it's used to refer to philosophical assumptions or to the basic set of beliefs that guide the actions and define the worldview of the researcher. So actually, how the researcher see things, yeah. So, or what the researcher actually believes in, and that guides the researcher actions and also a worldview, yeah. So we are saying that although there are several paradigms or worldviews that structure and organize modern social work or social work research, we have the examples of these. We have the constructivism, participatory action frameworks, pragmatism, whose positivism. These are actually the paradigms that we are talking about. But we are also arguing that they are all essentially philosophical in nature and encompass the following common elements. So um, H, that is the constructivism, participatory action framework, pragmatism, comprises of these philosophical assumptions. That is the axiology, we have the ontology, epistemology, methodology, rhetoric. So the axiology um, believes about the role of values and morals in research. That is the main focus of the researcher. The ontology, the researcher, we want to know reality, nature, exactly. So assumption about the nature of reality, what actually is happening. Yeah. Then the epistemology, assumptions about how we know the world, how we gain knowledge. So how the researcher knows actually when we say we know the world, gathering of information, how the researcher gain knowledge into whatever he or she is conducting on, the relationship between the knower and the known. Yeah. So we have the methodology that focus on shared understanding of best means for gaining knowledge about the world. And we have the rhetoric that is shared understanding of the language of research. So we are going to share some prompt that has been engineered. Actually, this tutorial is going to focus on the philosophical assumptions. That is and we are going to focus on the ontology, epistemology, and the methodology. As we progress, we are going to dive deep into these research paradigms, which will make our lecture review very easy. We're going to identify some gaps, and it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, yeah, sharing series of prompts and to do wonderful jobs. Actually, not only on research, but any other work. Okay, all right. So let's move on to the practical aspects of this, and all right. Okay, so let me share. Okay, so that is my chat GPT actually. So you do, first of all, you make sure that, yeah, so the tool that we are going to use is the generative AI tool that we are going to use is ChatGPT, and just launch yours. You can also do this with the other version. Um, Actually, this is the paid version, but you can also do that with the free version. Yeah, and we are going to use a particular plugin known as the AI PDF. So this is my AI PDF. Yeah, and you also have that in the free version. So to use the AI PDF, so that is it. The AI PDF actually, you push in some articles in there. Then you are going to pick information from this AI PDF, then dump it into the ChatGPT to do whatever you want it to do with respect to the article. So first of all, let me um, enable the AI PDF. So you go to explore GPTs, then you search for AI PDF. Yeah, so search for AI PDF. So you select this one. Okay, so start chat. All right, so AI PDF, that's what we have over here. So you also have this. All right. Now, once you have something like this, you are supposed to activate this before ChatGPT can really interact with any of the articles that we have over here. All right. So I'm also going to show you the prompt that I'm going to use to execute this task. So first of all, let me show you this table. Yeah, so let's say you have this table that you want to, let me just erase this. Sorry. Okay, so let me just erase this. So let's say you have this table that you can put the title of the paper over here. Then you can still use the AI tool to generate the purpose of the paper. Then we have the assumptions, philosophical assumptions over here. We have the ontology, epistemology, methodology. So whatever information you put it down there, you put the information over here, you put the information over here. This will help you in your review and identification of gaps. Yeah, so when you have a table like this, then you can also decide to have an alternative assumptions, epistemology for the methodology. Actually, we are not going to go into this, but I'm going to speak on that very short, not into details. Okay, all right. So the next thing is to show you the prompt that I'm going to use. Let me increase the font size for this. Yeah. The next thing is to show you the prompt that I'm going to use. So I have this over here. Okay. So let me give this one as one. Then let me, this one will be number two. I'm going to explain. One is very detailed. Yeah. Okay. So you have an article that you want to extract the ontological aspects of the researcher, the epistemology, that is the epistemology aspect of the researcher, the assumption, the methodology that the researcher used. Yeah. So just take a careful look at this particular engineered prompt. So we are saying that every article has an assumption behind it. Take a careful look at the article and identify the assumptions behind the paper. That is the philosophical assumptions. Indicating your response if the assumption is based on ontology, epistemology, or methodology. Yeah, so you can add the other assumptions to it, rhetoric or whatever. You can do that. Okay, now we are seeing that ontology means, so this particular prompt is known as the domain knowledge prompt, whereby you feed your prompt with some preset information that is knowledge, so that the AI tool is going to act based on that. So we are saying that ontology means what exists or what is real in the research paper as indicated by the researcher. Yeah, that is nature, reality, ontology. Now we are saying that epistemology means how we know things or how we gain knowledge into the reality. So how the researcher was able to gain knowledge into the reality that is identified in the ontology exactly. So the reality as identified in the ontology. Actually, we also know that ontology basically means what? Reality on ground. So we just want to be specific somehow. So as done by the researcher in the article. Now we are saying that methodology means the way we do research to learn new things as indicated in the epistemology and indicated by the researcher in the paper. So ontology, you get to know the reality. How did you get to know the reality? That is the knowledge and the method that you used. Okay. All right. So now we are saying that look through the article, including the abstract, and indicate the researcher's idea behind ontology, epistemology, and methodology based on the definition given above in the prompt. And this is what we have. The definition we have the ontology, epistemology, and methodology. Now, your response should be clear on the ontology, epistemology, and methodology as indicated in the article. Conclude your response with the findings of the study. Exactly. So you can just erase this one. Sometimes when you are reviewing an article, you want to actually be specific on a particular idea that you really have in mind. So you look at this particular engineer prompt that we have over here. The difference is adding something to the ontology. So we are saying that ontology means what exists or what is real in the research paper as indicated by the researcher. Provide your focus. So you can decide to add something like this. So if you have a focus, so provide your focus, if any. So now the focus with respect to the ontology is saying that the ontology here should focus on what is real when it comes to the conflict between information system IS and HRM, human resource management. In other words, what are the real facts that prevents the adoption or usage of information systems in human resource management? Yeah, exactly. Now, before we add the epistemology means how we know things, all the way to methodology means now look through the article, including your response to be all this and this and this and that. Okay, so this is just an advanced version of this whereby we have a focus in this particular prompt. This one is just general. Yeah. So you can choose any of the two. Okay. All right. Now, once you have this prompt, you just copy it. But how do you execute this particular prompt? So we go back to our ChatGPT where we have the AI PDF enabled. We also have the interface that we pushed our article in there. So these are articles in a particular folder. And how do I let the ChatGPT to read this particular article? So as I'm hovering my mouse, you realize that there's chat over here and there's a copy link to clipboard. So you can chat directly with a PDF over here. I normally prefer to copy the link of this particular article in AI Drive and send it to the AI PDF via the ChatGPT. So I click on this, then I paste the link over here. So that is the link. Now I go to my prompt, then I copy the whole of this. Okay, so then I come back to, let me put this one in double quotes. So I have Shift Enter, then I paste this. All right. So so let's see. So the tool is having an interaction. That is the AI tool is interacting with the AI Drive. Okay, so All right, so we have some information over here. That is the ontological perspective, the epistemology, the methodology. Each of the information that we have over here can be expanded with the further prompt. So we can say that, okay, focus on only the ontology and expand it into details. Like you can do a further prompt on that, and we are going to work more on that in the part 2 section. Okay. All right. So when you have this information and you want to go into details, you focus on each section, then you can come back to your table. So title of paper, you put the paper over there. The purpose, you can go ahead and ask the AI to give you the purpose of this particular paper. So you put the purpose there, the ontology, as you are seeing, the epistemology, the methodology. You can go ahead and ask the AI that for each of the response generated, indicate the page number that you derive the information from. Yeah, so that you can also open the PDF and actually check whether truly the information really exists. Yeah, and you are going to get the information. So with what we have over here, you can go ahead and ask the AI to suggest any alternate assumptions, um, alternate epistemology, ontology, and that of methodology. You can also go ahead and ask whether there is a theory in there. So with this your table, you are set to go. You can review your literature with ease. We will study how you can punch holes in whatever you have done, identification of gaps, problematization, and among others. Okay. All right. So that is it for this particular one. You realize that what we have over here, if when you check this, is the same paper, you will see this result, the same thing. So you can do a regenerate over here. This one is like we have more information over here. The paper identify the reality of increasing threat and this and this and this. Ontological perspective, epistemology. So the way the researcher, their process of gaining knowledge, analyzing existing data in theories, and then validating these through the survey results and methodology and this and that. 160, 167 participants and so forth. Okay. All right. So that is pretty good. This is just a section that covered philosophical assumptions um, under the research paradigms. Okay, thank you very much, and remember to subscribe to the channel. Click on notification and be expecting more advanced or more videos on AI prompt engineering. Thank you.